This is a very strange valley. The rocks are all slightly mad. 1,000 years ago, Merlin was trying to create a ski resort for King Arthur.
Sure.
When he picked up some strange Norwegian trolls in a snow cloud.
Yeah, that happens.
Those Rottentrolls have messed it all up!
Ever since,
I'm just trying to
they've waited
find
for a
like
mystical
where
leader
the
whose
like.
name they found
Here we go.
carved
If
in
we
a
go to
rock.
like
Roger
2 minutes 40.
Oh, this is,
So
I
one
want
day,
to watch a
when
little bit of
Roger
this
Beckett
here.
from
Oh,
Cowgill stopped at the bottom of the valley.
still got
and
15
shouted,
minutes.
Roger was here!
Yeah, we could just watch the
moment
whole
on,
bizarre episode
he
of
was
some shit
king
I
of
found
the
as a child that
Rottentrolls.
no one else remembers. Hey, Roger!
Yeah, I like this more than Gerbert, too. Well, I don't love the puppets, if I'm being honest, but I like the sense of humor more.
So yeah, this is
In Trollerskit, rain
they're
turns
meant to be
dust
weird
into
looking,
mud,
they are, yeah.
trees into wet trees,
All right.
and rotten trolls into bored rotten trolls who can't go out because it's raining.
Why don't we have a drawing competition?
I think we should have an arm wrestling contest.
I tell you what, why don't we have a massive chariot race round the cave with huge teams of beautiful white horses? That's just a daft idea, isn't it?
The problem was, when it was
Does Jochen
raining,
fight?
King
He's
Roger
a
never
fucking
came to
idiot.
the valley, and when
That's the
King
bit.
Roger didn't come.
There was no one to make a decision, you see. There was no one in charge.
I see. Well, that's easy to sort out.
In
Turn it up a little bit,
outside
people say.
Troller's
Sure.
Guild, as well as kings and queens, we have these things called prime ministers.
I know them. Are they like very small, round, cheesy crackers?
No.
Burke.
Prime ministers make the decisions on who does what.
Okay.
You just need a prime minister to make decisions when I'm not here.
All right.
Well, that's easy. It'll be Dad. So let's not necessarily.
Oh,
Yes, he
shit.
is, look.
Black Side.
You thought I was
rottenest of
fucking
the
kidding about
Rottentrolls loomed
Thatcher?
out of the shadows.
What if someone thinks they'd make a better job of being prime minister? What if someone else wants a go? What happens in the outside world then, King Roger? I think we have an election.
And so it was that the first ever Rottentroll general election began.
Okay.
Aesgarth,
Vote for Aesgar.
Black
So this is
and Sigsworth
Jeremy
Craggs,
Corbyn.
who everybody ignored because he was completely mad. Now, Roger was pretty sure he knew what happened in general elections, even though he'd only ever seen one on television.
Sure.
Firstly, they have a debate.
Welcome,
British
everybody,
kids' TV is
to
so
today's
good,
election
man.
debate. Who is the nicest? Can we have the first question, please? Great, Nab.
Who's the lead singer in Oasis?
Who?
Not that kind of question.
Is it Shirley Bassey?
Other kinds of questions.
I never heard of Shirley Bassey.
She must be well radical if we've never heard of her.
Check out the music head on Sigsy.
Vote for Sigsworth.
Shut up. Yes, Pennygent in the red top.
Which of these two words do you think best describes you? Nice or horrid?
Nice.
Horrid.
Chocolate with a smashing orangey bit.
She admits she's horrid. She said she was horrid. Oh, dearie, dearie. Just because someone says they're nice doesn't mean they are. Perhaps I'm being the
And look,
honest
the
one
blue
and admitting
rosette,
I'm horrid.
look.
Don't be ridiculous.
not
what's
fucking
that?
funny.
That's really
Everybody knows
funny.
My dad is the most honest, upstanding troll in the guild. Really? Well, I think you'd better check the headline of tomorrow's paper.
Aesgarth was shocked. There was the dramatic headline. In fact, Black Side had even nailed all
So
the newspapers
fucking
to a wall so
prescient.
they span round and made it even more dramatic.
It's really
It's not
funny.
even me on the photograph. It's someone else's body with my head stuck on.
Don't worry, Dad, don't worry. Everyone will know it's rubbish.
But up at Commander Harris's hut,
Morning, Commander Harris. Come for my first lesson.
Yeah, like this respects the intelligence of the kids watching it, and I really
Yeah,
appreciate
right?
that.
It's
Martial
good.
art of combat without contact. Jim jam your heart.
Roger, King Roger.
And to be clear, there's plenty of American children's entertainment that does the same. That's just not what
Yeah.
we sometimes watch on here, like Gerbert, for instance.
In and sit.
Hold on a toity. Aesgarth kicks sheep.
Someone in the
that's never
editorial
true.
room had to
Well, you
change
know
it
what
to
they say,
kick.
is it?
Yeah.
No smoke without fire.
What about when you've got a pile of damp leaves?
now I don't know if you've heard of a thing called Chinese whispers, but it's what they call it when one person
I don't know
tells
if
a
you can be
story
calling
like
that.
I don't think you can call it that.
Come to think of it, I did see Aesgar standing near a sheep once.
And the person they've told it to then goes and tells another person,
My little bro, he saw Aesgarth with a load of sheep.
only they get the story slightly wrong.
He saw Aesgar and a load of sheep, sort of nudging him.
And each time the story gets wronger and wronger,
Aesgar singled out one sheep and gave it a push.
till in the end, it's completely different to how it started.
Apparently, on the 23rd of this month, you took a 50-metre run up down the valley, jumped in the air shouting, "I am Eric Cantona!" and kicked the sheep really hard up the bottom.
What?
Who's Eric Cantona?
That is a terrible lie. Right, we need to deny it publicly. Earsgarth hereby denies he has ever kicked a sheep. Signed, Earsgarth. There, that should do the trick. It's quite eye-catching on that colour orange, isn't it?
Pen again.
I just remembered what happened.
Same old sheep kicker. Right. Doesn't you...
Same old Labour ad.
That's really, really funny.
Does not kick
And I feel like some of this is going right over my head, too. Like, these are very specific references,
it's literally
right?
a conservative political ad about Labour. It used to be same old Labour.
Oh, okay.
If anyone round here kicks sheep, it's you, you nasty old bat! Sorry, dear. I can't really talk at the moment.
This is from 2000, so like, yeah, it would be a lot less.
Oh,
like,
really? It feels older than that.
This is from this is from people who are like their politics was very anti-Thatcher in the 80s.
I would have thought this was like mid-90s.
It's what do homeless people want with toilet roll covers? She's just doing pointless things to trick you she's nice. King Roger, you've got to help.
I can't take sides, Pennygent. The king has to stay impartial. Jim jam ya!
Well, there must be more to getting elected.
He's just doing some
going
fucking
round saying the
nonsense
other
martial arts
person's
shit.
rubbish.
Yeah, like.
No, actually, that's a big part of it. Sorry. Jim jam ya!
Poor old Pennygent.
Don't get at me.
Oh, okay.
Kings can't get involved in
Yeah.
elections.
Well, I think that makes you a rubbish king.
Well, I think you're a rubbish narrator.
I am not. Hey, I am one of the best narrators there is. I didn't have to do this program, you know. I was offered Pingu.
Pingu doesn't have a narrator.
Okay, that actually
Sure,
is
my
fully
age.
taking me out.
Anyway, Roger, oi.
This is like made for you
Jim Jam
specifically.
Yaha!
Yeah, right?
Doing that.
You've forgotten the most important election thing of all.
Rottentrolls and troll slips. We are now ready to vote in the first Rottentroll general election. Here you can see, I've magicked up a vote counting machine. To vote for Esgath, put a cup of water into a tin on this rotating elastic band. For Blacksyke, a cup into that one. The water is then conducted down the pipes where it will be drunk by one of the Nab twins. And at the end of the voting, if it takes longer for one of them to go to the toilet, then the winner, the winner, if it were Esgath, oh, hold on.
Couldn't we just stick our hands up?
You could do it that way.
Stop, hold on. Before you vote, I've just remembered. I forgot the most important thing of all. All the debates and posters are all frills. The most important thing is your policy.
I know that. Isn't that the promise of what you're going to do if you're elected?
No, it's a small cheesy crap. Yeah, sorry, it is. Esgath, what is your policy?
Go on, Dad. Make something up. Anything that's better than Blacksack. Promise you'll do anything. It doesn't matter.
No, I can't do that, Pennygent. Rottentrolls! I am not going to promise you anything, Prime Minister. Except that I will try to build in your lives a little more happiness.
Oh, my God.
And a little more peace. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tony Blair.
And Blacksyke?
I promise to build you a leisure centre.
Yes, that's right. This elegant leisure centre boasts a swimming pool, sports hall, gymnasium, and its own floodlit ping-pong dome. It's modelled on the award-winning Lech.
This is Labour's current policy, yeah.
And it could be yours.
Yeah. It is very new Labour, this, I will say that, but like...
Blacksyke was elected Prime
I
Minister
think it's
of the
meant sort of...
Thanks for the help with the policies, you great rubbish narrator.
I think the writer of this
Roger.
was someone
The
who
narrator,
was striking
like all
during the
narrators,
miners'
knew
strike,
best.
etc.
He knew that this
so-
wasn't the end of the story. In fact, far from it.
That's pretty good.
Anyway,
Sorry, I
in the
didn't
next
know.
episode, they have a revolution and they overthrow Blacksack.
Nice. All right, well...